First of all, my name is Krish, and I help young men improve their mental health. Just very quickly, in the description is just my Discord username if you just want to add me. I'm going to give you 5 fast ways that you can use to boost your happiness and your mental health. So, number 1 is to hug your parents. So, ever since I was a child, I never found it weird that I would always hug my parents like every single day. I used to do, like, that's just a habit that I've developed since I was like 5 years old, right? Yet when I speak to other people, they just like, they find it weird that like kids can hug their parents. It's weird. Like, I remember a couple months ago, I was talking to a friend and I just asked him like, oh yeah, like ever since I was a child, I always used to like hug my parents every single day. Like, do you do that? And he said, no, I don't really like hug my parents that much. And I just thought to myself, like, why? Why not? So I asked him that. I was like, why don't you hug your parents at all? And he was like, oh yeah, it's just like, it's just not something I want to do. It's like, it's going to be awkward. It's not going to be awkward. Because you think that it's awkward. You think that it's awkward to hug people. You think that it's awkward to hug your parents. And obviously, like, if you hug somebody that you don't know that you just met, then yeah, it's going to be awkward as shit. Like, don't do that. But to hug somebody to hug your friend, to hug your parents, that's not weird at all. Every time I used to hug my parents, I would always get happier. Why? Because they would always be happier. You don't realize how much my parents appreciate being hugged, because like they work so hard every single day for me and my family. The least I can do is at least give them a hug and at least tell them that I appreciate that the work they do, because like obviously I do. And so your action step literally right now, go and hug your mom, go and hug your dad, go and hug somebody in your family. Just do that. It's not going to be awkward at all. Okay, yeah, maybe it might be because you haven't hugged them in a while. Fine. But after a few seconds, they'll greatly appreciate it. Trust me when I say they will greatly appreciate it. Now, you might say like your parents are like, oh, no, they won't really appreciate my parents are this, my parents are that. Those are just excuses. I never made any single one of those excuses. Yeah, my parents, they can yell sometimes. They can be emotional sometimes. I still hug them because they're my parents. And you should do the same too. So go literally right now and go hug your parents. Because what's interesting is that what makes other people happy will also make you happy as well. Kind of interesting, isn't it? So that's number 1, hug your parents. Number 2 is actually to go outside into nature, specifically with friends. So I remember literally like last summer, a year ago, I went on this like big hike with a few of my good friends. I actually went on it with one of the friends that I literally just met in the gym. Literally, I met him in the gym, and we just like formed a bond just like instantly. Like, it was just a great guy. We were just compatible that way. And so literally that next weekend, school was ending and stuff. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to go on a hike with some of my other friends that we organized. Like, do you want to come? He was like, yeah, sure. Fuck it. So we all showed up and we went into this kind of like park reservation thing. And literally all we did was we just got lost. And so that was actually fun as fuck, because going outside into nature by yourself, like, yeah, that's already a great improvement. That's already huge, right? Because we spend all of our time staring at our fucking phones, watching YouTube videos like this instead of going outside with your friends. So going outside is like already a huge improvement, but going outside with friends is actually even more fun, because when I was outside with them on the hike, we literally just like dicked around. We just like pushed each other, we like shoved each other, we like found some like abandoned buildings, and we used to just like climb them. Like, there was this one time where we found this like abandoned like chimney. It was pretty high. Literally, we just climbed it. One of my friends almost fell off. Literally, like we just got lost. We just like ran around. Remember, there was this one time where we found this like abandoned shed. These like 2 abandoned sheds. And then we just like stole a shovel from there. Just like found the shovel, like, yeah, let's take it. Like who the fuck else is gonna use it? We just take it and just like roamed around. We like got lost. We were like making weird noises and shit. We like tried to find like the highest cliff in this whole reservoir, or in this whole like reservation. We just climbed it. You know, we all brought food, so we all ate food together. We all talked. We all bonded over that. That was like, that was fun as shit. Well, also there was this one time where we were supposed to get back, but I think we went like the opposite direction for some reason. I think like I think it was actually me who said like, yeah, let's just go this way just cuz. So I just led them that way, and we actually accidentally stumbled across private property. And it was like, beware, there's a dog like roaming around. So we all got scared and shit. So we all just like, literally, I think we went to like a random another town that was nearby. There was these like big rock faces, big cliff faces, and we actually like tried to climb a few. We went up and down hills. We went like all over the place, dude. Just exploring. That was fun as shit. That was one of the greatest days to like improve my mental health as well. Like I remember that day afterwards feeling so happy. I'm like, yeah, we should do this again. And so going outside just by itself again is already huge, but going outside with friends is even more fun. Especially with those like male friends, because you get to like goof around, you get to like roam around and like just explore the area. It's kind of like just like being a kid again. Like remember when you were a kid, what did you used to do? Well, I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to like go outside and just like run around. I used to like have like pillow fights with like my brothers, like in the house where you just like grab pillows and just like smack each other. I used to play hide and seek with my family. I remember there was this one time where like one of my best friends of all time during that time, he lived like right next door. He still lives right next door, to be fair. And so literally like we used to like show it to each other's house and be like, yo bro, do you just want to like bike and like wrestle in like the grass or something like that? Literally, that's all. Like literally, like we used to do that. So you might think right now, like, oh no, like my friends, they don't want to do that. They don't want to like do all this stuff. Like, okay, fine. They genuinely might not. That's one possibility. Or the second possibility is you're just making excuses. When I stopped making excuses that day, and I was like, you know what? Let me just organize this hike. You're like, yeah, you just want to go on a hike together. So we all went, and I actually thought like some of the people there wouldn't want to go because like, they were video gamers and they didn't want to really go outside that much, but they did. They actually genuinely wanted to, and we had a great time. There was also this one time where we found this like big hole in the ground, and we stepped in it, and it was like kind of like hard, so we thought either it was treasure or it was actually a coffin too. So what we did was like we went all the way back to that abandoned shed that I previously mentioned, and we grabbed that shovel and we tried to like dig it out. Now, of course, like we couldn't dig it out, but it was like that was like actually a fun adventure. It's like a treasure hunting thing. And like, yeah, you might say like, oh yeah, but like that's not a big deal. But like, yes, it is. It actually improved like my happiness like so much that day. I was so happy. Because I was outside and I was spending time with other people. How could you not be happy when you do that? And so what you can do is go and find a few of your friends. You might say like, oh no, like all they want to do is like sit inside and play video games. Maybe that's all that you do as well. But literally just go outside. Just grab a few of them and literally you can just walk around. And like eventually, like if they're really good friends, you'll start laughing, you'll start talking together, you start like shoving each other. That's already like a 10 out of 10 experience right there. Literally, you can just like go up to their house and be like, yo bro, you just want to like go outside? Like don't bring your phone, literally just like go outside and just like hang out. Like when was the last time you did that? You see what I mean here? So that's number 2, is to go outside with friends. Number 3 is actually to give someone a gift or a compliment. So either one, right? So just this past year, I was like sitting down with one of my friends, and we were like joking around. Then we started talking about like water bottles. Kind of weird. Like I reminded him like, oh yeah, bro, like make sure you drink enough water, right? Because like I have this, I have this huge ass, like big ass water bottle right here, and so he used to always say like, oh, that's a huge ass water bottle, bro, and we used to like joke around about that, and he was like, oh yeah, like I probably should get a new water bottle, like my water bottle is like kind of old and stuff, and he asked me like, oh yeah, what's the price of that? And I was like, oh yeah, it's like $15 or something. And he was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll get it one day. And then I just thought to myself, like I didn't tell him, but I just thought to myself, like, why don't I just get it for him? Like he's like a good friend of mine. He's like a genuinely like good, like hard-working guy. So why not just like give him a gift? So I went out, bought the water bottle in like his favorite color that he buys all of his water bottles in, just like blue or something. So I bought him like the blue water bottle, like the same brand basically. And I gave it to him, and he was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate this. Like, now I can finally like drink a bunch of water. Like, dude, we have the same matching water bottle, bro. That's crazy." He was happier, but interestingly, I was happier as well. So, like I mentioned previously, what makes other people happy will also make you happy too. Really, really interesting, isn't it? So, literally, you can buy someone a gift, even if it's like super, super small. Because what I found is interesting is like when you buy things for yourself, it's like it doesn't really increase happiness like that much. Like I remember when I used to work a sales job. I used to be like a marketer for like this painting company, right? And I used to literally like be one of those motherfuckers who used to go around door to door. Somebody would answer the door and I have to say like, hey, like, my name is this and I'm from here, and then like, would you like to like buy our like painting service and stuff like that? I used to be like one of those annoying dudes. But I think I actually like gained like a decent amount of like sales experience and like life experience from that. So I'd say it was pretty valuable. Of course, there was some like, there was one time where there was this like old lady and she was like, she had like the no trespassing sign on her like on her house. And I was told by my boss, I was like, yeah, just go up anyway, it's fine. So I went up, knocked on the door, no answer. Knocked on the door a second time, and she literally screamed at the top. I think it was like an old lady or something. She screamed at the top, and it was like, get off my property. I'm like, okay, fine. And then like eventually the cops get like that's a whole different story. But yeah, that's that's a whole different story that I'm gonna have to tell at another time. But anyway, I made like an okay amount of money from that. And so when I used to buy things for myself, just like buy like a shirt or like I don't know, like some like gym clothes or something like that. It's like, yeah, I guess it's like, it's kind of nice, but it didn't really increase happiness that much for me. Whereas when I bought that water bottle for my friend, I actually like, I got way happier, and he also got happier as well because, he like got a gift from somebody else. So you can do that, or you can give a compliment too. So literally, like, I remember like complimenting some people, literally just saying some things. I remember going to like, I'll tell you this other story. I remember going to like Germany for like a school exchange, and one of my friends, he just had like this simple watch on. It was probably better than my watch. This is just like it's not even a Casio. It's just like an SNE. It's like just like a cheap watch that just like tells the time. That's the only reason why I bought this. But he had like a nice silver watch. He had like a silver chain that matched the watch. He had like a good fit and stuff. And I just complimented him. I was like, yeah, dude, nice fit, nice watch. And I could just see like the smile on his face when I said that. He was like, oh, dude, thanks, man, appreciate it. So it was like made him happier and also made me happier too. Literally just give someone a compliment, because here's the thing, right? We're all insecure. Everybody these days is insecure about something. We're insecure about our height. We're insecure about like, our like body. We're insecure about our hair. We're insecure about like some random things that really we shouldn't be insecure about. And you can give somebody a compliment on that. You can say like, hey dude, nice shirt. You can say like, hey dude, like you got great hair. So something like that. Anything. Actually, like I think the best thing to do is compliment someone on their hard work as well. if you compliment someone on their hard work, it's like that will actually mean like I think so much more to them. So much more, because here's the thing. I remember being in the gym at the school, and there was this guy who, he was like a freshman or something. He was pretty jacked too. He was like really big, and I don't know why, but I could tell by like just his like body language, like he was like insecure. He was like like he used to always wear like oversized shirts, like really baggy clothing. And so I just saw him doing curls one time. I was also doing curls as well, and I was like, dude, I can see you've put in the work, bro. I see you. You put in the work. You've put in the hours. You're pretty big. I see you, bro. Like, keep working hard. And he really appreciated that. I could see the smile on his face when I said that. He was like, "Oh, dude, thanks, man." Literally, like, you can just like, especially on like the work somebody's put in as well. So you can compliment someone on their appearance, and like that's great. Or you can compliment someone on their hard work too. So maybe like maybe you're on a walk, for example, and you meet somebody who's like on a run. And then literally all you can do is like, you could say hi to them, they say hi back, and then you start talking and stuff, and then like you could say like, oh yeah, like I notice you, like I haven't noticed you around these parts. Like, do you run here often? And it's like, oh yeah, like maybe they might say like, oh yeah, like I don't really run here often. Like, oh yeah, I go all the time. Like I've been running for like this amount of time. Like maybe they say like, I used to be so fat. Like I lost a lot of weight. Like I've gotten fitter and stuff. You could just compliment them on that and be like, I can see the work you've put in. Good job. Keep working hard. Like they'll appreciate something like that. They'll appreciate compliments, whether it's on their appearance or on like the hard work they've put in, whatever like the person you're talking to is, right? So giving someone a gift or a compliment will improve not only their mental health and their happiness, but also yours too. Because again, what makes other people happy? Probably, well, actually I should rephrase that, because like that's probably not true. But when you do something that makes other people happy, that will make you happier as well. So that's the third thing that you can do. The fourth thing that you can do is actually just fake a smile. So I remember I think I only used this a few times, but every single time it used to work. I remember like feeling sad about something, feeling down, be like, oh, like I'm so stressed about this. Like we got this and that and the other thing. It's like, this is not going to work. And like, this happened and stuff. And I was like, okay, I feel kind of sad right now, but why don't I just fake a smile? So literally all I did was I just remember that, like this like quote thing where it was like, if you're unhappy and then you appear happier, then you'll become happier, or something like that, right? So what I did was I just faked a smile. I was just like, it was cringe as shit. Well, I mean, I was alone, so like nobody saw. But when I faked that smile, it started to turn into like a genuine smile. And then I just started to like become happier. That's it. So what you can do is you can literally just fake a smile. You can do it right now. Maybe you're like being bored watching this 20-minute video. Like most people, they've probably already clicked off. But you could just fake a smile. Just be like, that's it. And after like a few minutes, maybe after a few seconds, it'll turn into a genuine smile. And you'll be happier. You will genuinely be happier about it. So that's the fourth thing that you can do. The fifth thing that you can do to improve happiness, improve mental health, is take a cold shower. So literally just this morning, I woke up, I was kind of feeling tired. I was kind of feeling like a little bit groggy. I was like, oh no, you dude, like I gotta record today. I gotta do all this stuff. I gotta like lift and like, I don't want to do this, bro. I had like that poopy pants mentality, as Goggins would say. You know what I'm saying? The poopy pants mentality. But every single morning for like, I think like almost a year now or something, I would take a cold shower. I'd always feel better afterwards. So today I was like, oh no, I don't really want to take a cold shower. But like I use discipline anyway to do that. I use discipline to do something that I don't want to do. So, I was just waiting there, like I turned the tap all the way to cold, and I was like feeling it. I was like, damn, dude, that's cold as shit. But anyway, I just jumped in. I was like breathing heavy and like, like kind of like shocked me awake. And afterwards, I felt more awake. I felt happier as well. So it's just like a fast thing that you can do. So literally right now, you can go and take a 1 second cold shower. If you haven't like been taking cold showers at all, maybe you just want to start taking cold showers. You can literally go, turn the tap fully cold, step inside and step outside. That's it. That's literally what I started with. I literally started with me turning the tap on to cold, like all the way. Stepping inside, stepping out. That's it. Like autistically, what you do is right. You turn the tap all the way to cold. You step in. You take one breath, and then you step out. That's it. That's all you do. I guarantee you from that, if you haven't been consistent in cold showers, maybe you're just starting out, maybe that was like the first one that you did. It's completely fine. You just got happier. Every single time after I do it, I always become happier, always, without fail. And so, that's huge. That's literally just like a fast way that you can like boost happiness and mental health. So again, these are the 5 ways that I just covered to improve happiness and mental health. The 5 fast ways. Hug your parents, going outside in nature with friends, giving somebody a gift or a compliment, faking a smile, and taking a cold shower. Those are the 5 things. 5 fast ways. Now again, these aren't a permanent solution for mental health. That's completely fine. But when I did these things, I felt happier and I actually improved my mental health a little bit. So literally all you have to do is just take action on these 5 things. Now, of course, these aren't everything. These 5 things aren't everything at all. Because again, mental health simply comes down to a lack of discipline. So you need to develop that discipline. And that's what these videos are for. That's what this channel is for, is to give you a way to improve mental health, to improve happiness, to improve your discipline. That's it. So, hope this video helped you. And take care.